So let's talk to Romy, she, her in Israel. It sounds like you want to talk about losing, your friends losing their religious beliefs. Can you tell us just really quickly kind of about what led to this call?
Okay, so I've been an atheist for a long time. And one of my friends recently, who used to have like arguments and debates with me all the time, have told me that she's sort of losing her religion in a sense. Mm-hmm. And it's because a few analogies and examples I gave her, which I'm fine with. That is completely fine, you know. Everyone is on their own journey. And I was on that journey as well. I'm an atheist, and I support that truly. However, it is causing her great distress. And it's one of my first friends who ever been through something like this. And I know how hard it is myself, going from being Jewish and being in a religious school, and then slowly, because of scientific evidence and stuff, slowly going through my own journey. So I don't really know how to deal with this, because I kind of feel like I'm guilty. And I don't know how to approach debates like this in the future, considering what I feel, in a sense. And that's basically it, because religious people tend to test their beliefs if an atheist is around. And that's pretty much it.
No, I hear that sense of like personal responsibility and guilt here. And I guess I just want to speak to that piece of it first. If you were out about town and you saw your best friend's partner touching or being intimate with somebody who is not your best friend in a situation where you know that's cheating, where you know that that's not okay, and you go and tell your friend about what you saw, they're going to be hurt. And if you're a dick about it and you're like, you're not going to believe what I saw, then yeah, you're being cruel and unkind. But you don't need to feel guilty about what you're sharing if what you're sharing is true. You know, the fact that your friend is being hurt in that scenario is because they were being cheated on, not because you shared that with them. And the fact that your friend is going through this deconversion experience, I appreciate why there might be a sense of guilt. And yeah, it's not universally true that everybody would be happier after they lose their faith or after they deconvert, but it's also not your fault that they're going through this pain. This is the pain that comes from being lied to by your culture, by your society, by your authority figures, by your family. This is a pain that you did not cause. And I just want to start there, even as you're trying to figure out, well, how should I feel about all of this? And how can I offer some support in this challenging time? How does all of that land? Is that fair to say?
I guess it is. However, I do believe that our faith is just one aspect on which me and my friends used to disagree, you know? There's one thing if someone is like a hardcore right-wing Jewish person or a fundamental Christian, and they vote a certain way and they advocate for a certain thing. However, that's not the case with her, you know? So I guess I just don't see the benefit in it, considering the fact that she's been through so much. And I understand that knowing the truth is always better, of course. But that's why I feel guilty, because that's the kind of person where I don't mind if they remain in their faith, because they still do the right thing despite it. Whereas many people do not, and their faith causes them to do horrible, horrible things. And those are the people I should like put my efforts on, if I even put an effort on, you know? I don't know. It's just really confusing. And
yeah, I mean, you feel like you spoiled Santa Claus for somebody. And I get that. If you were to go into a kindergarten and just announce to all the children listening that there is no Santa Claus, dick move. Don't do that. And yet I feel no discomfort whatsoever sitting here on the internet in front of an audience of possibly thousands or more, talking about how there is no Santa Claus, because it's just true. And it's better for people to know that, generally speaking. If you were forceful or
Mhm.
aggressive or unkind in the way that you sort of asserted these ideas, then, perhaps there are some apologies to be made. But if that's not the case, if this is just you speaking openly and honestly about things that are true, and it had an effect on somebody, you can still take some ownership and some responsibility for that impact. You can still offer care and support and resources and acceptance and everything else. But I would hope that you could give yourself permission to let go of any feelings of guilt or shame over the fact that you said true things to someone that is important to you.
And I really quick
Glad I
want
have
to,
that.
yeah, I want to quickly jump in and say that this is a great place to recommend an organization that we talk about a lot. Recovering from Religion can help your friend probably, and you as well. If you're struggling with this particular issue and want somebody to talk to more in depth about how to move forward with your feelings on this, and also for your friend to be able to talk to somebody and work out kind of their feelings about their deconstruction and deconversion process, they're very good, and they have volunteers available at all times, and they can walk you kind of through that process of where to go next. So I can't shout them enough, but highly recommend you and your friend go to the link is here at the bottom of the screen if you're interested in that. Highly recommend for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Thank you.
Sure. Anything else we can help you with today?
No. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
well,
It's been a
I
lovely.
certainly hope. Yeah, glad to hear it. I certainly hope that you can find some peace in all of this, and just remember that, yeah, there is pain here, there is distress here, but that pain comes from living in a society, existing in a culture that is riddled with lies and magical thinking. You, Romy, Ben, and I, like, none of us caused that pain. We're just trying to do our small part in being part of the cure. Thank you so much for giving us a call and trusting us with your story today.